We all know the Elon Musk and Twitter saga. It's been going back and forth where Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter, then he backed out from buying Twitter, and then he started to want to buy it again, then he backed out, and now apparently he's getting ready to finalize the deal to actually buy Twitter. But this time should be different. There is an end date by the end of the week on Friday. Supposedly Elon Musk will be the new CEO and owner of Twitter. See right here that he has apparently secured all the financing. You can see tells lenders and banks that he would close the Twitter deal by Friday, and he's raised $13 billion as debt, which is quite the debt payment or debt to come out. It's going to be a lot of payments, a lot of debt payments on Twitter. That's a big worry that people are actually worried about for the company because it's already not profitable. And to add on $13 billion, whatever the interest payments would be, that could drown the company. So that's a big thing that people are talking about. And with interest rates how they are, this is a very, very expensive $13 billion. But you see, apparently the only thing left to do is for Musk and Twitter's team to get the papers signed and filed by the relevant authorities. So should be coming down to the end here. We should see Friday that Elon Musk becomes the new owner and CEO of Twitter. And maybe, maybe he can turn the platform around because Twitter is not a good place to be on the internet. I would say it is almost globally accepted that Twitter is the worst place to go on the internet. It just is a place that everyone seems to be unhappy for some reason and has tons of potential to actually be what it could be with just everyone communicating and whatever you want, and you can learn a bunch of things. But in order to do that now, you got to shift through a lot of garbage on Twitter, and it's just a lot to take in. You see the shares jumped on the news, up 3% to about $53, where it currently is kind of floating around now, and Musk's offer price is $54.20. So the market pretty much believes that this deal is going through because it's very, very close to the purchase price of the shares. And that should be maybe a good sign. The market believes it's going to go through, so maybe it actually will. But this whole saga has caused massive moves in Twitter stock. You can see right now, Twitter at just over $53. If you look out for the year, you can see it's been a roller coaster from the 62 up here all the way down to 34. And this is all while this deal was on the table. So you can see market didn't believe it was going to go through, started to get maybe a little bit of hope again, didn't believe it was going to go through, and now we're back into the hope stage. So it has been a roller coaster of everyone believing, is he actually going to buy it? Is he going to back out, find a way out? What's going to happen? And so far, the market thinks it's going to happen, and it's only a couple days away. So we won't even have to wait long to see if it actually does happen. And the cost of this is crazy. Everything going through the way it's supposed to. Musk will need to provide $46.5 billion in equity and debt financing for the acquisition, which covers $44 billion price tag and closing costs. So $2.5 billion in closing costs. That is yikes. But right now, he's got that financing, I guess. It is based on Tesla stock. I know he's sold Tesla stock and he's putting up Tesla stock as collateral for the debt and stuff. So a lot of people are worried that this could affect Tesla indirectly because if Tesla stock goes down, he will be forced to sell, and obviously that'll push the price even lower. And for Tesla, it's been a roller coaster for the past year or two, dealing with this kind of what's going on with Elon Musk selling shares, putting shares up as collateral, and what happens if he needs to sell those shares if the price drops. And that's what people are worried about. Right now, you can see down 34%. That's a big drop for Tesla. And right now, it's just hanging on. $200 is a very important point in Tesla's price because there is no real support. You look at the chart, it's a huge run up from there. So $200, if it goes below that, a lot of people are going to panic and get scared because it's just a drop and no one knows where it would really stop. And that could cause Musk to need to sell the Tesla shares to cover the debt, and that's going to push the price even lower. That's what people are really worried about right now, this spiraling out of control if Twitter doesn't work out or the debt needs to, or the margin call comes in, then something can happen and Tesla stock will be affected by that. But the last kind of hurdle, I guess, for Elon Musk to get Twitter is this right here, saying, as reported earlier, there's a very slight, albeit real, possibility that the US government may have to step in and stop the acquisition from going through by invoking national security. Only question is, what does that have to do with national security? Elon Musk has been saying he wants free speech and to allow everyone to talk. I don't know why people be so scared of that. And the people that working at Twitter are obviously scared of that with the way they reacted to Elon Musk buying the company. But for the government to step in and stop this is going to be a very, very, very bad look for the government. If Elon Musk is saying free speech is number one and we need to let people talk, and the government says absolutely not, that's ridiculous, we're stopping this, it's going to look pretty bad. And we also have Twitter employees saying that they're going to quit. They have demands and they are all up in arms because Elon said that he planned to fire 75% of the workforce. And they said that that is reckless behavior from him. But their letter here was saying they made demands, otherwise they're going to quit. But if he was already planning on firing them, I mean, why does he care? It's kind of a null and void thing. But to the point of this, where we see Elon Musk saying he plans to fire 75% of staff, we have seen him say the opposite. You can see just because Musk claimed he would fire 75% of staff doesn't mean he necessarily would be willing or able to do so. The billionaire does have a penchant for exaggeration and making bold, baseless claim, noting that could be a move to please investors and that he's actually said in the past that he would increase the company's headcount. So in short, Musk says a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will happen. So this is absolutely could be true. He does say a lot. He has been promising full self-driving for many, many years now, and it's always next year it's coming, and then the next year comes, he says, don't worry guys, next year it's coming, and that's kind of the cycle he's been on for quite a few years now. So just because Musk says he's going to do something doesn't necessarily it's going to happen, and he has taken both sides. He's taken the fire 75%, lay off 75% of all staff, and increase headcount. So obviously you can't do both of those at the same time. We'll just have to wait and see what he actually decides to do. Some of these demands, though, are a little weird, like this one saying demand leadership to respect the platform and the workers who maintain it by committing to preserving the current headcount. I don't know what that really has to do with respect. We're in a recession. Lots of companies are downsizing. Lots of companies are freezing hiring. People are just taking the best savings that they can do, and the most expense to a company is paying employees. So the best way to cut cost is to lay people off or fire people. So I don't know. This really doesn't have anything to do with Elon Musk just saying we're just going to fire everyone because I say so. It could also have to do with the economy being absolutely destroyed and in a recession. They got protection demand Elon Musk explicitly commit to preserve our benefits, those both listed in the merger agreement and not. Why would he do the and not part? He has agreed to whatever the merger says. He's agreed to keep those. Why would he go, above and beyond? Why would he just say, guys, I know we're going to fire everyone. I'm going to pay everyone their entire salary to let you go. I mean, he has whatever he's agreed to, he's going to do. Whatever he didn't agree to, he's probably not going to do. They say remote work here. We all know Elon Musk has been very against remote work. He's wanted people to come in to the office, especially executives. He wants them to come in and actually do work. I can't really blame him for that, for executive roles, and saying demand leadership to establish and ensure fair severance policies for all workers before and after any change in ownership. That sounds like you want to get paid to quit. It almost sounds like you want to quit, but you want to make sure you try and get paid. It sounds like Twitter has been a pretty cushy job for everyone involved. I don't think that they did quite a lot of work at Twitter. It hasn't really changed as a platform in a lot of years. There's been no innovation, nothing really going on. So I'd imagine working for Twitter is probably a pretty easy place to go. And they might be scared that Elon Musk comes in and says, we got to start making changes. And that means you actually have to get work done. And I mean, that seems like that's not what Twitter does. You have a pretty funny response here to kind of these list of demands and stuff saying, I would fire every one of you and start over, actually. The app sucks. You should fire yourself. Let the bots do the work. They have obviously outsmarted you all, which is true. Twitter is infested with bots everywhere. Bots everywhere. It's crazy that every single thread, if somebody has a tweet sent out, you click on it, and it's just a list of hundreds of bots trying to scam people. So Elon Musk might be the owner of Twitter by the end of the week, by Friday. He could have it all and be starting to make changes, and I'm sure that there would be a ton of people who are arguing against him doing whatever he's going to do, because it's pretty funny how people started when he wanted to buy Twitter. There was a bunch of people that said, oh my God, this is the worst thing possible. And then he said, okay, I'm not going to buy Twitter. And they said, what do you mean? You got to buy Twitter. You said you were going to. And then he's going to buy it again. They said, oh my God, it's the worst thing possible. So it's just, it seems like anything that happens, people are going to complain about it. So just, he's probably going to end up doing whatever he wants. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Remember to 1,000 subscribers, and see you guys in my next